Hey guys, thanks for coming back for another video. Now these are from Five Below and they're the retro blocks. I got the arcade game, which is 35 pieces, and the camera, which is 30 pieces. So as you can see, this set of retro blocks had 6 different kits. I really wanted this Game Boy, but I searched through the whole box and could not find it. They had this little boom box, but I didn't get it because I have last time's boom box. And I also have the MTV boom box from Walmart. So I didn't get the boom box. This one's like a soda fountain or like a restaurant. I didn't like it. And I also didn't like this little computer desk. So I just got the camera and the arcade game. These were $1 each. They're from Block Tech, Dollar Tree. So we're going to go ahead and put them both together in this same video because it's not that many pieces. Let's see here. Oh no. Drop the scissors. At least I didn't stab myself. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and open them both at once. That'll be quicker. Alright. So let's start with the camera. Alright. Says ages 8+, so hopefully we can put it together. Alright, there's 6 steps. Let's get our pieces out. Make sure we got them all. Yep. Alright. I sort my pieces by color. I know there's not a lot of pieces, but still. I find it's easier when I'm looking for them if they're sorted by color. So, looks like we're going to start with 2 of the 2x6s and 3 2x2s. So here's the 3 2x2s. Now they have dots on one side and then they're smooth on the other side. So that's kind of cool. So we're going to put those all 3 in a row. And then these are the 2x6s. And they're just going to go right on top. So we're just making a little foundation. So this one right here looks like it has the legal mumbo jumbo on it. So we're going to make that the back. Alright, next one is 2, oops, something stuck on there. All right, 2 of these corners, and then 2 of these 1x2s, and then 1 of the 1x2 with the hole in the middle. So, looks like we put the 1x2s on the ends. And these are full-size blocks, whereas these are, I guess they're quarter size, third size. And then we're going to put the corners. And then this little guy goes right here. Just like that. So far it's a pretty simple little build. Now the next one, we're going to take the other 2 2x6s. We're going to put them together. And they're going to go right on top. This one's very blocky. It's very rectangular, so not going to be a whole lot going on as far as shape. Now we need 2 of these. And then this little guy, these we've seen quite a bit in other kits. So it has 2 on top, 2 dots, 2 holes, and then on the side it has 2 dots, but sometimes they're like pushed towards the bottom. Sometimes they're pushed towards the top. So it gives a different place for things to attach. And then we also need these 2 small 1x2s. Okay, so we're going to create the centerpiece. So it's a 1x2 on top of a 1x2. Sometimes I wonder if they put pieces like I know part of it is because just like Lego, they only have a certain number of pieces, but then sometimes I wonder if they put pieces where you have to, you know, stick a bunch of little tiny ones together so that they can say, oh, it has 30 pieces instead of like 20. But so we made this piece. So we put the 2 1x2s here. And then this is the 1x2 with the little edge hanging piece. And so it looks like we're going to put the corners together, but they're going to go on one end. So this first corner is going to go on this end. And this corner is going to go next to it. And then we still have space over here. And then this little guy goes right in the middle. So this is what we got going on. These seem to be pretty decent quality for what they are. Most of the Block Tech, the ones that are full-size blocks, are pretty decent. It's their micro blocks that are terrible. Now we're going to fill in this other side over here, and we're going to use this other corner. And then we need 2 single dots, and then now we have a single dot with the hanging piece here. So it's just like the double that we had. Now it's a single with the hanging piece. So we're going to put this guy here again, and then we're going to take the 2 single dots and stack them. These are so hard to get together. The only reason they're hard to get together is because my fingers don't seem to work that well. I have small hands, but I'm getting older and I spend a lot of time at a computer now for work. So, and then this goes on top. I've also had carpal tunnel in the past. All right, so we're going to try and line this up so it's nice and smooth. So it's kind of evenly shaped there. All right, so now we have our double and our single. And then we have all of our little corners. So it already kind of looks like a camera. You know, we got the little buttons and the shutter. Now we're over here. We're on number 6, so now we're going to start using some of these smooth pieces. So we have a 2x3, a 2x2, and then we have this 1x2 with a dot on top. So these are going to go in a row. So the 1x3, or the 2x3, 2x2, and then the 1x2. So now look how nice and smooth this is, all these little finished edges. So now we need this orange 1x2 and a smooth little single square gray, and then the little smooth circle white. So the circle goes here. So that's like your shutter button. This goes here. So that's your flash. Oop, come on. And then this guy goes here. So that would be like your viewer. Or maybe that's your flash and that's your viewer. I don't know. Whatever. And then now we need this piece. So it's like a button, like a smooth dot. And then on the back it has 4 dots. we need this little clear guy here. He's not clear, he's kind of frosted. And then we need this big honking thing here. Alright, so this goes upside down like this. This goes in the center, like that. And then this goes on top of that to make your lens. And then this, we're gonna shove in this hole right here. So there we go. There is our little camera. This would be like a little 35mm camera. Put you some film in there. You pop the back open, stick your film in. Be real careful not to expose it to the light, except for that little tiny tongue that you stuck in. And then click, click, click till you run out of film. Usually about 20 pictures, and then you have to change it. Take it down to the place. Once again, we got one single piece left. I save all my single pieces, even the stupid micro bricks, because you never know. So there's number one. We're going to set it to the side. And we're just going to put that piece to the side for right now, because who knows, we may need it. So far, I have not had any of them that are missing pieces from any brand. I thought I had a Lego that was missing a piece, but it had fallen on the floor and it was literally under my shoe. I found it later. But I actually like my my little compromise that I did. I actually like it better, so. Alright, so this one has 35 pieces. And it looks like an old school Pac-Man or Galaga. I used to have a mini Pac-Man, and I see them now at stores. It was like, you know, like a foot tall, maybe about 6-8 inches wide. I see them, they've started making them again. I'm pretty sure the one I had probably got destroyed, probably eventually got thrown away, because it was from the 80s. Alright, so he's going to get our pieces laid out here. So we're going to start with a full-size block. Looks like this is, we get very few full-size blocks in this one. A 2x3. Alright, and then here's some more of these. So these are the 1x2s, but this one, the dots go towards the top versus towards the bottom. So we need 2 of those. And then we have the single dots with the little piece going up. These look like goggles to me. So we're going to, let me push this back because this one's a little hard to see here. So it looks like we're going to put them all together. Okay, so we're gonna stick everything to this 1x2, or this 2x3, I mean. We're gonna put all these guys together on the bottom. Like this. Alright, and now, oh gosh, okay, so now we need the same pieces, same style pieces, but with the goggles going down instead of up. And then we need one with them going up. Alright, so the goggles going up goes on this end. Goggles going down go on this end. Alright. Alright, you see how tiny this is? Like you couldn't have printed on both sides, made it a little bit bigger so I could see it. All right, so now next one is gonna be this guy with 2 dots and a smooth piece. And then 2 more of these dots with the goggle going up. This is also gonna go on top. The smooth piece, smooth side is gonna go towards these goggles over here. And then these are gonna go on the side like this. So now we have 3, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. All right. All right, now we need a 2x2 that's skinny, the little quarter height. And then we need one 1x2 that's full height. And then a 1x2 that is quarter height. So we're gonna put the 2x2 on here. And then the full height 1x2 goes on the left side. And the quarter height goes on the right side. So now you can see we're kind of getting our height for our piece. All right, now next one is this. Oh no, not that guy. This guy, the one that looks like a carnival ride, little bench. So that piece, and then the last 2 of these dots. So looks like the carnival ride is gonna go on the short one, or on the shorter part right there. So now let's see, there's a little bit of a height difference here. And then these are gonna go behind that. All right, so now we got some more little dots over here. So it's starting to look like a chair or something now, but you can see we're getting our height for our piece. So now next we need this other full-size 1x2. We need our nice flat, smooth 2x3. And then we need this piece, which pops into the little carnival seat. And it's got little things here where it can pivot. And it looks almost like a bicycle rack, to be honest. So what we're going to do with it is the 1x2, it's going to go up here. So now we're getting really tall across the back. And this piece, the little bicycle rack with the dots, is going to go right in the middle of the smooth 2x3. And then it's going to snap into here. Alright, so now, once we get our other pieces in, we can angle this, and this is our screen. So this is our blank screen for our video game. So, I mean, it would go flat like that, but we're going to have it at an angle. Alright, so now we're on to the second column. Looks like we're going to start building our sides. So we need a 1x6. We need a 2x3. And then we need a 2x2 that's smooth. And the sides must look different because we've only got one of these. So I'm gonna lay it on its side so y'all can see it. So this long piece goes here. Oh, and this one has the legal mumbo jumbo. So let's try and put it on the inside. So we don't have to see it. Ouch. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, we're good, we're good. So now there, and this piece is gonna go here. All right. And then this piece actually goes on top. Like that. So there's our smooth top of our arcade game. And so we can kind of push this out some and make it more even for right now. Now we're gonna flip this over. And we're gonna do the same thing with our 1x6 and our 2x3. Maybe I can get this one on here without hurting myself. Okay, and there, and there. Nope, pinched myself. All right, so now we're looking like this. So on this side, we're gonna take this angled with 3 dots, and then we're gonna take this smooth 2x4. So the angled is gonna go here, right? And then this is gonna go here. That doesn't look right. That looks weird. Oh, I skipped a step, but it still looks weird. Oh, good gravy. No wonder it looks weird. The way it shows it, okay, so if you look here, it shows this dot lining up with this dot. Well, if you do that, the angled part is on top of this. And so if you put the angled part on top of this, it leaves a gap. So you have to put the angled piece next to this piece, and then the smooth piece goes on top of it to clamp it all together. So now it looks more like a video game. And if you look at the box, that's what it looks like. But the instructions don't actually show that correctly, because they do show this attaching to here, but then see, it shows this dot attaching up here, and that won't work. So the instructions are technically wrong. But if you look at the box, it shows there's 2 dots here, which is 1 dot from the 1x6 and then 1 dot from the angle. Now, all of this stuff makes our controller. So we're going to lay this down like this. The smooth piece goes on the, so this is a 1x2 with 2 holes in it. This is a smooth 1x2. It's going to go on the front. So that makes the front, that'd be the part you'd be leaning on. If you played video games, you know you were leaning on the machine. And then this little guy here is going to go on the right. And then the joystick, this little baton looking thing, is going to go in there. So that's our joystick. And on this side, it's going to be this little dot. And then this little smooth, like little pill looking piece is going to go on top. So there's our little controllers. And they're going to snap right on here. I guess we could actually pull this up a little bit so it looks more... Oop, no you can't. Alright, so it's in there. So it's all the way to the bottom. You can't pull it up. I was going to try and pull it up some so it looked more like I can see, because it shows it pulled up. But now that I got it in there, I can't get it back out. Alright, that's okay. We'll just pretend it's the ball from like Gallagher or something. Alright, so there we go. There's our little video game and our camera. Obviously, not to scale. This might actually work for some of the bigger minifigs, or maybe like a Polly Pocket. Like you could have like a retro Polly Pocket little thing. But there we are. So these are retro blocks from Five Below. There are 6 of them. I need to remember to try and look for the Game Boy. And they're $1. And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give me a like and a subscribe. I really want to grow my channel. It's not just Legos. There's all sorts of other crafts and stuff that I do. It's just kind of all over the place because I'm all over the place. But I have tons more block building kits to do. And I hope you stick around. So thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day. Bye.